And we're live. I always forget where to look. There you are, I see you. All right, so this is the Computer Programming University with today's assignment. So I Okay. Mega Noob is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, man. Sorry about that. I think I was connected to Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi signal's not good here. Now I'm connected to my mobile data. So I wanted to do daily Python assignments. And the reason why I want to do this is because I'm really, really excited about working with you guys. Camera's over here, not over there. I'm really excited about working with you guys on doing some community projects, right? I already shared you guys the document that I created that has the list of ideas that I had as far as collaborative projects. So I want to keep adding to that list. In fact, I want to get really aggressive. Some of those projects are a little bit more advanced. So what I want to do is I want to start compiling a list of really simple things that you guys can do, because these are things you can do on a daily basis. They're so simple that you should be able to finish them in a day, right? Because I want you guys to continue to go through all the different elements: strings, variables, lists, tuples, dictionaries, right? And classes, functions. So I want you to at least have a basic understanding of each of these topics before we really start doing projects, because I don't want to just hit you guys up with some code and or a project and it's like so many things that are required are things you're not even exposed to even on a basic level. So I want you guys to have a basic understanding of each topic that we're going to cover with Python, and then once you do that, then I want you to start applying that to develop much more complex projects. So initially, we go through all the basics, and on a daily basis give you guys sort of an assignment, and with each assignment it's going to be something super simple that applies the knowledge that you've just attained from one of my videos. So basically, I do a tutorial talking about strings. I give you guys a series of string exercises. Do this with a string today. Do that with a string tomorrow. Do this with a string the next day. Then I do a tutorial on variables, right? And then I give you an assignment on variables. And the next day, do something else with variables. The next day, do something else with variables, right? So you guys do at least a few things with each topic that I cover. And then once we're done with everything, or most things at least, then we start doing the more complex projects. The other things I thought about is I want to combine all of the lessons into one. Instead of just sort of me throwing random knowledge at you guys, I was thinking what I could do is I could actually, whatever we start with, we keep building on that, right? So we actually have a destination in mind. I'm not just randomly giving you guys a bunch of information. I'm actually helping you guys to build something. We start with a very basic of, print hello world, and then let's do something with the hello world. Like we already did. We did the one where instead of printing hello world, add an input option to where the user can actually say what to print, so it's not printing the same thing over and over again. And then we cover another tutorial, and then I apply that tutorial to the existing code. So we're going to start with something that just prints hello world. And at the end of the series, we're gonna have something that applies every single thing that I've showed you guys to create, you know, the final product. And then after that, we're gonna start creating a bunch of series of products. And one of the reasons why I really want to get the daily thing as well is because I want to get you guys up to speed as quickly as possible, because I'm really excited. I already started doing a lot of homework about developing trading applications, like the Fix Engine or trade simulation project that I wanted to do. And I want you guys to be on board with that, right? But you guys are not going to be able to be on board if you don't understand a lot of the basics. So I want to get you guys going, keep the momentum. Let's go, go, go. And so you guys can get involved in things as soon as possible. And what I might actually do, I'm thinking about it, I might actually, maybe that could be the end goal. I would say something relevant to that project. That project's a little bit too advanced, I think. I don't necessarily want to combine it with the lessons. Not these lessons anyway. So what I might do is I might go through all the lessons and somehow relate the lessons ultimately to the Python for finance, so trading applications and stuff like that. So, like for example, what I'm doing already right now is I'm already able to pull down real-time quotes on stocks. So you can enter a symbol like Apple, and then you can pull down a quote, you can pull on the last price. Then I want to start doing mathematics, you know, calculating average price and things like that. But I think something relevant to that on a very simple or simplistic level might be good. So it's not the simulation thing that I want to do, but it's something that's relevant and super simple that we can build towards in the series. So let me take a look at the chat, Mega Noob. That's the best way to go. So wait a minute, do I lose all the earlier comments? Oh no, I don't. Okay, that's the best way to go. Will I be okay working in a Windows 10 OS? I can switch to my Kali VM if it's going to be easier. It shouldn't matter. The main thing is we're doing Python 3. There's a lot of videos already online that go over 2.7 and so on. But the syntax has changed, a lot of fundamental changes to Python. So I want to make sure you guys are up to date. So I started doing Python 2.7 and now I'm migrating to Python 3. So you can use the python.org interpreter in Windows in your browser. You can install, it doesn't really matter, right? But if you want to be in the same environment I am, you can easily install a really clean and very lean Linux distribution like Ubuntu. There's many distributions, some of them are really simple. You want very minimalistic because you just really want a terminal really and something you can install Python on. So you can install that, doesn't take up much space. Put that in a virtual machine or run that on Windows, or you could just code in Windows. You don't need to do that. You could download Python 3, which you have already, I'm sure, and then you can use their idle IDE, and you can develop there and go along with the lessons, or you can use PyCharm, whatever it is. I mean, we're doing Python. I mean, I'm gonna leverage some of my. I may leverage some of my Unix scripting experience in some of the tutorials. So there'll be some little things that aren't going to be applicable to you, but it shouldn't hurt you. You don't need to. It's just bonus content, you know. My goal is really to educate you guys as much as possible. I want to give you guys as much information as possible. And to do that, I want to always try to, you know, I may be teaching you about how to do lists in Python, right? But while I'm doing that, I may do something in the Linux command prompt, and I may mention to you guys, like for example, I use VIM sometimes, which is VI Improve, the text editor. Maybe I'll show you guys a trick in VIM, which isn't applicable to you in Windows, but it's not applicable to the Python programming, right? So whatever I'm teaching you in Python, it's completely irrelevant whatever trick I'm showing you in VIM. Maybe I'll show you how to do a find replace, right? Find replace in VIM, this is how you can do it, a real cool thing. It doesn't matter. Find replace has nothing to do in that context to do with Python, right? If you're doing Python in Windows, you do a find replace in your Notepad++ or whatever software, they'll have their equivalent. If you're using Linux, then great. If not, it'll just be irrelevant information that I'm giving you guys. But that won't be the focus. That'll just be a little, while we're talking about this, hey, by the way, guys, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it doesn't matter what platform you're in. Just have Python 3 running. All right, I ran this video a little bit longer than I wanted to. I am really, really working hard on some lessons that I want to put together for you guys, that I'm putting together for you guys. I'm doing a let's call it a Python implant. Imagine in the Matrix where they could connect right to the back of your neck, boom, and you could download whatever information, right? So that is the idea. Stay tuned. You'll see more about what I mean by that, but it really hasn't been done before, and I think it's going to be a very, very powerful, very, very useful. It's going to be absolutely one of the fastest and most entertaining ways to get started with Python, and that's what I'm working on. As far as doing the in-depth series, that's going to depend on feedback. So far, we wanted to get about, I think it was 30 likes. I think we only have 11 likes on the original preview video. So if you guys want me to do a full-length, detailed Python series, then you've got to share that video and get people to put likes on there. Because for me to invest a lot of time in something that you guys don't want, now, obviously, Mega Noob, I know you want it. I know a couple of you guys want it. But, in a perfect world, I could design an entire channel around a few people, right? But in the real world, I want to sort of put something together that's beneficial for a large audience, right? Just like a teacher. If you're a teacher, a traditional teacher, it's not a good idea for you to design your lessons all around 3 of your students, right? You have like favorites or something, right? You wanna give lessons that will benefit most of the class, right? You want most of the class. You want to appeal to different learning styles. You want to appeal to different goals that the students may have. You want to have a more well-rounded approach, right? So I really need to assess the value of doing a full in-depth Python series to my subscribers on a whole before I invest a lot of time, because if most of you want something else, it's better for me to invest time in something that most of you want rather than me investing a lot of time in something that a few want and then most don't want. That's not really a way to go, because in order for me to help you guys the best, I need the channel to succeed, right? I need the channel to grow so we widen the audience, so I can help more and more people. More opportunities can come up, where I can do give back, giveaways, and things like that. And in order for me to do that, again, I need to develop something that's beneficial to a larger audience. So I'm really, really going to be paying attention to what you guys tell me as a whole. If I get a lot of feedback, positive feedback about something in particular, that's what I'm going to do. I would love to do an in-depth Python series, but only if my audience tells me that's what I need to do, right? Because this is about you guys, not about me. I would love to do it. I would just do it, right? I love programming. I love Python, and I would just do it. But again, this is not me talking to myself, even though I'm looking at myself. This is me trying to help you guys out. I'm passionate about you guys being successful, and for me to help you be successful, I've got to listen to you, right? The lot of you. All right, guys. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I guess I was supposed to give you today's assignment. So when I post this video up, it's live right now. When this video gets posted on the channel officially, I'm going to put in the comments section what today's lesson is. Today's lesson is an expansion of what we did before. We did print hello world, and we did putting variables into the text. So what I want you guys to do today is I want you to do something that prints out some text, but I want you to have it be on multiple lines. One of the lines will be empty. I want you to indent one or more of the lines. I want you to include special characters like question mark, asterisk, quote, single quote, double quote, a dollar sign. I want you to include special characters in that output, right? So you're going to need to be able to deal with that. Dealing with special characters in your string, dealing with indentation, putting a blank line, adding a new line, all these things you'll need to be able to do to complete this lesson. So what I'm going to do is once I post this video, I'm going to post what the output should look like, and then I want you guys to try to develop a Python script today. It's just super easy, shouldn't take it that long. Everybody should get it done by today, right? Be able to print out the output that I have in the description of this video that I will add once I'm done, to develop a Python script that'll print that out as I show it, and that'll be the completion of today's exercise until tomorrow when we do the next exercise. Everyone who's watching, click on the like button. I really appreciate that. That shows you guys love the content, you're enjoying this, it's of value to you. Again, I'm very, very keen on listening to you guys and not just pumping out videos. I want to see what it is that's of most value, and you guys let me know with your likes, your shares, your comments, that kind of stuff, right? That's what I'm going to respond to. All right? Very big on engagement. Very big on, what it is that is most valuable to you guys. How can I best help you guys out? That's the focus. All right, guys. This is the CPU channel. Shout out to my notification squad, CPU squad. So we are out, and now for me to get to work. As you can see, I'm outdoors. I love coding outdoors. I love working in general outdoors. Fresh air, all the green, great sunlight, getting that vitamin D processing going. And I got power right here, my AC power. I'm charging my phone that I'm using right now, the Samsung Galaxy S8, to record this video or stream this video live. And here's a USB, which is charging it, USB-C. I love USB-C, it's awesome. And there's the power for the laptop. Got my trusty old Oakleys. I love me some Oakleys. Good stuff here, protecting my eyes when I'm riding the bicycle. And I try to do some videos riding the bicycle and doing tutorials at the same time. It hasn't really been done, but you guys let me know how you like that. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to put in the description what I want you guys to do today. And remember, when you guys are exercising, which I recommend you do, always stay hydrated. I got my buy right here. Staying hydrated, that's good for you. What I do is I freeze it in the freezer, right? So I left the house 3 hours ago, and there's still a big chunk of ice in here. So this is completely cool right now. So I can drink this. It's like it's coming straight out of the fridge, and it'll be like this for, I don't know, another 3 hours, at least, because it's not too hot today. So there you have it. All right, guys, I gotta get to work. Shout out to my CPU squad. Let me see what Mega Noob, let's see. Okay, Mega Noob says, I will install Ubuntu on VMware. That will help me get used to the Terminal 2. Thanks for all the effort. I admire your energy. Thank you, man. I really appreciate your support. All I need is 100. I would normally 300 engaged subscribers, and that's all that would be needed for a channel to be successful. But with how awesome you've been, Mega Noob, I would say even 100. If I had 100 people that realized and recognized the value of the content, who realized and recognized the value of what I'm trying to do here, that's all I would need. This channel would absolutely grow very quickly. A lot of opportunities would be afforded to all of us. Absolutely all of us. Think about this, for example. There's so many things, and I have a business background, so I can make these things happen. Think about, for example, there's these things called coding boot camps, right? You guys may want to go to a coding boot camp, and these things are expensive. They're like $5,000, $10,000, $25,000. Think about sponsoring one of you guys, my channel sponsoring one of you guys, right? Getting one of you guys either in for free or at half price to one of the major coding boot camps, right? Brought to you by CPU Squad, right? So offer that to my top subscribers, you guys that are part of the notification squad. These are things that I guarantee you that I can do. I know I can do it. I've done things like that before. I've had manufacturers throw me thousands of dollars worth of things in the past based on different things I was doing in the past, so I knew how to negotiate. The main thing is for me to be empowered to do those kind of things for you guys. Why would a company offer something like that? Because of exposure, right? If they see that you guys are engaged, you guys are loving the content, you're commenting, you're sharing, you guys are loving it, then they will definitely respond to that. So when I step to them and I say, hey, look, we have a community of people that are interested in development. These are the things they're interested in. This is the demographics. If I would like you to offer something to my subscribers as a reward to some of my top subscribers, I'm going to share with my subscribers your product or service, right? They seeing that I have the exposure, I have an engaged audience, they'd be willing to offer that to one of you guys in exchange for getting exposure on the channel, right? And that's just one of the many, many things that can be done. Remember, again, always, I will never do YouTube full-time, right? So everything that I gain from this channel can be targeted towards you guys and to your benefit, right? Will I benefit from the growth of the channel? Absolutely. I spend a lot of time. I think I deserve it. But the reality is I'm not eating from the channel, right? The channel is not to pay my bills, right? So that means I can afford to dedicate a lot of whatever the channel generates and give it right back to you guys, right? And you're not going to find any other channel like that. All the other channels, if they're as serious as I am, they're doing it full time, which means they're doing it to pay the bills, which is not a bad thing. But the problem with that is a lot of the focus is going to be on themselves, right? Because they're trying to pay the bills, right? So it's all about getting the views and getting more money because it's a job, right? It's a job for them. It's how they're paying the bills. This is not how I'm going to pay my bills, right? So the focus is on better and better content, better and better value for you guys. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy sharing knowledge. Again, my parents are both teachers. I'm the real deal, right? A lot of these other guys, you know, they'll try to, you know, present themselves as certain things, but the reality is both my parents were teachers. My father was a professor and my mother was a teacher. She did elementary school, but both educators. So education's a big part of who I am, and I've been doing it long before YouTube, long before there was money to be made, right? And frankly, while I do see a potential for money in the edutainment business, I'm not all that optimistic. It seems like there's a lot more value, unfortunately, in fidget spinners and goofy videos and nonsense like that. But since my purpose is not to pay my bills, I'm not going to be as influenced as other YouTubers to do stuff like that just to get views because I'm trying to pay my bills. I'm going to focus on the value, right? Because if I'm not adding value to you guys, then I'm not doing what I set out to do, right? I'm setting out to add value. Others set out to pay their bills. Nothing is wrong with paying your bills. I'm not saying I'm better than them or whatever. I'm just saying there is certainly an advantage for you guys and also myself, frankly, because I'm not a slave to whatever the buzzwords or whatever the latest thing is. I'm going to do a bunch of fidget spinner videos because that's what's getting views, right? I don't have to do that. Long term, I'll probably look into things like starting a Patreon. That's another thing that'll make it even better. If I do a Patreon, that'll better separate myself from getting caught up in that. Because if I start a Patreon, you guys are going to pay a monthly amount of money to support the channel, right? That's your way of saying thank you. You know, you could go to school, a boot camp, it's going to cost you way more money, right? So to get this kind of knowledge and to not really have to pay for it, you know, giving a $1, $5 a month, whatever it is, whatever you can do is certainly a steal. But the beauty of that is, if I'm not delivering value to you guys are going to stop, right? I'm going to lose Patreons. You guys are going to say, oh, this channel sucks now. He's just doing a bunch of fidget spinner videos. That's not what we signed up for, right? So that puts me sort of locked into delivering value to you guys. If I'm not bringing value, I'm not going to get, you know, a lot of patrons, right? That's the idea. With YouTube right now, where I'm making money through AdSense, I'm locked into a model of a lot of the money comes from views, right? So that's why a lot of YouTubers, they'll do all kinds of nonsense just to get views, because that's where the money comes from. But by me doing a Patreon or something like that, and I'll do merchandising as well, where, you know, I'll have things that you guys can buy. So actually, if you're gonna buy something anyway, right? Why not buy it from me? So I can offer things through third-party retailers and things like that. So once again, if it's things you're gonna buy anyway, right? So that's adding more value. So that's what I want to do. I want to focus on adding value, and I want that to be the model, right? As opposed to the typical, it's all about the views, right? It's all about the value, not the views. Right? The views only expand the value to a larger audience. But ultimately, it's value first and then views second. All right, guys, I'm blabbing away. I mean, it's important stuff that I'm talking about, but I do need to get back to work. I have some really aggressive goals today of what I want to accomplish. I'm really motivated right now. I'm in my beast mode, and I said this morning, I got up and I said, you know what, I am gonna get this done. I'm gonna go through a full series, educational series, and I'm basically doing my notation on that. I'm verifying all the code examples that I'm doing, and I said I'm just gonna stick to it and get it done. I had a great meal. I'm hydrated. Mentally, I'm motivated. I'm in the place that I need to be. And, you know, I generally don't like coffee, but the thing about it is I'm in a mode of, at all costs, get it done. Get it done, whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. Riding my bike, I did my ride, get my blood going. That gets your energy going. Good meal, hydrated. And if I feel the need to, I will go get that coffee to get, you know, a little bit more pumped up, because I am so determined right now to get this stuff done. And in that vein, let me get to it. All right, guys, CPU Squad, and I'm out. Stick with it; it will happen. You're 100% right. Oh, actually, let me stop. I was gonna stop the stream, but I lose the comments. This is so dumb. I lose the comments. Whenever I'm streaming, I lose your comments once I end the stream. So I've got to read them before I end the stream. Thanks for your effort. I admire your energy. Thank you, Mega Noob. CPU Squad. Yeah. I'm gonna do it tonight. Is this very ringa? What? In this very ringer, I don't know what that is. You're 100% right. I'll get onto social media and start sharing. I want you to continue because I can tell how good you are at teaching. Stick with it. It will happen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love it. I love it. I love the support, Mega Noob. And everybody else, all my top subscribers and supporters, really appreciate it. Thumbs up to you. All right, guys. CPU Squad out.